What is going on, everybody? It's Monday. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to talk about the Scarlet and Violet era, give a little bit of an update on the booster boxes, and then also I think we should talk about first Phantasmal Flames dropped this morning on the Pokemon Center. So congrats to anybody who was able to pick up some booster boxes or PC ETBs. I heard from a couple people that it was a fairly easy process. I know some people are having errors, but I think just based on how large the queue is and how many problems Pokemon's dealing with, if most people could get through and they didn't have that bad of an experience, I think that is a step in the right direction, at least. And then also the other thing, I know a lot of people probably don't watch Caleb Hammer, but I love watching the financial audits, and he just put one up about this couple, and this guy spends a lot of money on Pokemon cards. So I figured I would just throw that in there. Pokemon is still insanely mainstream right now. It's popping up everywhere, and I think if it continues to do that, it's going to be a good thing for the hobby as a whole. And obviously going into debt over Pokemon cards is not a good thing, but maybe if that guy ended up purchasing some sealed product instead, he wouldn't be in debt anymore, or he'd be able to pay them off. So Scarlet and Violet base, starting off this video, up to around $235. I think this is right there with Journey Together as the least expensive box still. I still think, though, that pretty much every set in the SV era could still reach $300 by the end of the year. I think that is still entirely possible, especially when I was looking at the sales volume from this week, and it was down for the majority of the boxes. I think only Surging Sparks onward, the sales volume was up, but just with how weak the sales volume was on a couple of these sets, they're still within striking distance of making it to $300 or $290-ish by the end of the year. So if we see an increase in sales volume, we don't see more boxes coming to market, I think a lot of them will get there, like your Stellar Crown, your SV Base, Journey Together, etc. They'll make it quite easily if that is the case. Now, after that, we have Paldea Evolved and Obsidian Flames. I kind of want to group these together because I don't think people realize just how limited the available supply is on the secondary market. So when we're talking about these two sets here, for Paldea Evolved, I think there's like 3.5 cases worth of booster boxes below $550, guys. Like, there isn't even 4 cases worth of loose boxes on eBay North America below $550. Obsidian Flames, I think it's below 5 cases worth of boxes, and that would be up to like $393. So I think Obsidian Flames, even just based on what I'm seeing, there is potential Obsidian could get to like 400 by the end of the year, as ridiculous as that sounds. Now, I will say with Obsidian, it does kind of seem like some people are starting to take profits. There were more boxes on the market this week compared to last week. The sell-through rate was down a little bit as well. And all that to say, we're going to have to wait and see what happens, but it does kind of seem like it's slowing down a little bit. But again, like, these are going through seemingly unpredictable market shifts at this point, so who knows what's going to happen. Like, honestly, somebody could tell me every single Esfera booster box is going to be $400 by the end of the year, and there'd probably be a decent argument that they could even make for that. That's just where we're at in the market. Now, before we go any further and talk about Paradox Rift onwards, I did just want to jump in here and give a shout out to today's video sponsor, the Shiny app. You guys already know Shiny is a mobile app that helps you track your Pokemon investments and collection, whether you're collecting English, Japanese, or simplified Chinese product. They also cover other games like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic, Disney Lorcana, One Piece, Gundam, and Sorcery. In my opinion, they have the best user experience out there compared to their competitors, and they're also trying to update their data more frequently than everyone else, updating twice a day from TCG Player, eBay, Card Market, and price charting. And the best part about the app is that it's absolutely free, so I'll leave links to the Google Play and App Store in the description and pin comment down below. And thanks again to Shiny for sponsoring the video. Now, after that, Paradox Rift still doing its thing. A lot of these earlier Scarlet and Violet Air sets, there's not a ton of supply out there. I think with Paradox, we're maybe sitting around, I don't know, 70 booster boxes currently listed below like $310, approximately $313, something like that. It is moving at a decent pace, nothing compared to Surging Sparks or Destined Rivals, which we'll get here to in a second, which I think a lot of people are going to be curious about. But it's doing its thing. I still think it could reach $300 by the end of the year. Temporal Forces, pretty much the same boat. There's a few dollar difference between both of these boxes, and I think the only thing that's drawing people towards Paradox currently over Temporal is just the fact that they are in different blocks, and Paradox Rift is going to be rotating out earlier than Temporal Forces. After that, Twilight Masquerade, I think this is kind of like a dark horse that you could throw in here right now as a box that could reach $400 by the end of the year. The sales volume is never super strong on this box compared to some of the other ones, but I think with the announcement of Mega Greninja, maybe there'll be a little bit more popularity around Twilight Masquerade. That sales volume comes up a little bit, and we do see it reach that $400 threshold before the end of the year. Again, Twilight's going to be in rotation for all of 2026 and then like the first couple months of 2027, so it's not like it's going out of print next year. Stellar Crown still isn't a ton of booster boxes out there for this set. Actually, in the spreadsheet, there were only 2 sets, I believe, that were kind of like in the pink range for days of inventory remaining. It was this and then I believe Obsidian Flame. So it's always in that range. It's kind of like the Astral Radiance of the era where it hasn't got a huge reprint. There's just not a ton of booster boxes out there, but it's not a super popular set. And that's kind of why it's still in this $245, $250-ish range. Now, some of the more popular sets, Surging Sparks. I mean, we're back up to $260 on this box. In terms of sales volume, that was also up this week compared to last week. It's somewhere normally between like the 5 and 7 boxes selling buy it now per day North America. So it's still doing a decent job at commanding popularity. I don't think it's as good as something like Destined. I don't even know if it's as good as Paldea Evolved right now. I think just because the Magikarp has such a low gem rate on it, the popularity of that card and some of the other illustration rares is just going to carry Paldea Evolved. But time will tell over the next couple of years. I still think it's a very strong set. I think you should have some Surging Sparks. And just compared to prices too, like at $260, compared to Paldea Evolved at $460, $500. I mean, I feel a lot more comfortable buying Surging Sparks at this point for long-term gains. I feel that with the price increase on some of these earlier SVR sets over the past few months, there's kind of just been maybe a little bit more hype given towards these earlier sets than there should. And I think they probably are a little bit closer to something like Surging Sparks or even Twilight Masquerade than what a lot of people perceive them to be at this point, just because of how they've moved over the past couple months. Hopefully that makes sense. Journeying Together enhanced booster boxes, the cheapest booster box still, I believe, $231, $232 approximately. They're selling at a decent pace. Really not much to say here other than if you own the boxes, continue to hold. I don't see any reason to get rid of them. And then Destined Rivals, you guys know we're up to like $400 on TCG Play. Let's see if there's any recent sales. All still in that like $397 to $400-ish range over the past 48 hours. On eBay, there's still a decent amount of boxes out there, probably like 50 or 60 cases listed below a 20% leg up, but they are selling faster than any other SVR booster box set right now, which is crazy to say considering the box is $400 out the gate. And normally by this point, when we have a new set release, we usually already see the box start to slow down in terms of that sales volume week over week, but that really hasn't been happening with Destined Rivals yet. It's staying fairly consistent, and if there is a drop-off in the future, I'll let you guys know. But even at $400, Destined Rivals is still very, very popular and people want to get their hands on it. And I know we normally only talk about booster boxes in the Monday update, but I figured I'd throw in 151 ETBs and then also Paldean Fates ETBs. 151, we're up to around $401, $402 on TCG Player, so we have broken through that threshold. And then also Paldean Fates, I think is going to break through 300 here fairly quickly. It says $281.79 on TCG Player, but most recent sales, all of them are basically in the 290s, and you have a lot testing that 299, 300-ish range. So I think on this set, it's only a matter of time as well. But that's going to be it for the video. If you guys got some value out of it, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment for the algorithm. But with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.